All right, hey guys, hope everybody's doing okay. Just coming directly off the practice field, a good Thursday practice for us. I keep telling our guys there's no such thing as a bye week; it's a work week, and you guys clearly know we need this. Yesterday we were, a little bit lighter, went with more of a walkthrough meetings, and today was an actual practice. We feel like we're getting close to full force, which is great. The biggest thing is just keeping the guys' mindset right moving forward. It's a delicate balance. I talked to our staff. I said, we think our challenges are there. I mean, think about a team like Houston, who's now playing their first game tonight, or a team like Temple, who hadn't played a game. So, obviously we've had the ups and downs, but we're keeping our guys locked in and focused. We know we got a wonderful opponent in UCF coming up. But again, like I said, most of this week is focusing on ourselves and a lot of things we need to work on to get better as a team.
Terry, go ahead.
How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you, Terry? I don't have the swag coordinator yet. I got to figure out the uniform, so.
Hey, Coach, how's the mood and attitude of the players so far this week? How's their attitude been this week?
I think it's pretty good, and it's funny that you mentioned that, Terry. So, I've been using that mantra all in, and I think it's something that's going to stick with us for a long time. Obviously, I can't wait to get you guys here back onto the facility, but, we actually have in the back of the indoor a big banner that says all in. And that first letter, an A, we actually talked about that today, just literally 5 minutes ago. And we talked about that A standing for attitude. And I told them, I'm very frank and blunt with our guys. I said, right now the world sucks. That's the reality of it, right? There's a lot of crap going on in our world today. But guess what? We get to control our attitude. So when we wake up every morning, it can be, man, I got to go to practice. I got to go sit these meetings. Or I have the opportunity, right? Instead of saying I have to, I have the opportunity, I get to. And they control their attitude, so they can sit here and say, yeah, it's a bye week, we're working too much. But most of them have a positive approach. They're pretty excited, for the opportunity to play UCF in the Liberty Bowl. And I think they understand what's at stake as far as getting better on a day-to-day. So their mindset, their attitude, Terry, has been pretty good. I think they are excited. We're going to start building up more on, focusing on UCF next week. But I think the guys are on the right mindset.
Evan?
Ryan, how goes it?
Evan, how are you?
Doing well. So after we spoke Tuesday, the Shelby County Health Department obviously announced that there will be more fans at the game on next Saturday. Just kind of figuring, obviously you guys are prepared for having few crowds, but now having more fans there, what's that going to do for you guys? And just how excited are you guys just to kind of see more fans at the Liberty Bowl?
Yeah, I think it'll be great. I mean, obviously we'd love whatever, Shelby County, we're happy that they decided to extend it. And we feel that our fans will be safe and create an environment of safety, right, and health. But I think our guys, just hearing that, are excited to know that there'll be more people out there, right? We've got wonderful fans and so many people to support the Tigers. And I think really allowing those the opportunity to allow them in the stands is what makes us happy, because we know that some people, spend a paycheck on season tickets, right? And, this is something that means the world to them. Or people that have gone to games and never missed a game, and then all of a sudden the pandemic hit, and for the first time in many years are not able to go. So really we feel fortunate that Shelby County was able to do that, but we're excited for our fans. We know that it'll be loud. If there's just 12,000 of them, we'll take every advantage as we can next Saturday versus UCF. So, I haven't really discussed the details of how that would change for us, because obviously with this being a home game, it shouldn't, hopefully they're doing nothing but cheering, and we're excited to get them out there. And probably shouldn't have to limit tickets for family and friends. We know that what we get by NCAA standards anyways.
Danielle?
Hey, Ryan. This is Danielle from the Daily Memphi, and I'm filling in for Steven, who can't be here today. Nice to meet you. My question was, I know that there was some concern over the slow starts, and is there anything that you've been specifically doing in practices or in team meetings this week to address that?
Well, I think we just try to be very blatant and blunt about it, right? Like, hey, we've not started fast enough, right? Is it the way we're coming out of the locker room? Is it our pregame warm-ups? Is it our calls, right? Is it the play calling? Does it fall directly on our coaching staff? Ultimately, it's on me. And so one of the things we'll do is, we did some more tempo. We did a 2-minute drill at the beginning of practice today just to kind of get them going, right? Having that sense of urgency, Danielle. And I think that's what it's all going to come down to is, hey, how fast can we play, get lined up, and execute the assignments called, right? It has been an issue. Hopefully we're addressing it. And, right, we always want to start fast and finish strong, but then be consistent throughout the game. But you're absolutely right. It's something that we have addressed, and we're going to continue to, right? Our next practice, Right from stretch, we're going to go to team competition, ones versus ones, and get after it a little bit, just to, continue to ignite that. That's what it's going to look like on game day.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. You mentioned working on yourselves and you mentioned tempo in practice, but what else sticks out as some things you need to address before UCF?
Yeah. So we talked about, biggest things. There's two things that, go with not only playing UCF, but ourselves, right? Too many turnovers. And I just read that UCF actually leads the country in takeaways. So that's a big thing that we got to focus on, right? It's always going to be one of our keys to victory, right? Owning the football. I know that sounds like coach speak, Cassie, but that's a reality of it, right? We turn the ball over 3 times, we won't win any games. And so constantly addressing that with ball security, with different things, with the quarterbacks, making great decisions. If it's not there, it's okay. And then talk to our defense about the big play, right? We know UCF's another explosive offense, like we'll face so many this year. We can't give up the big play. I can live with a 7-yard gain, right? An 8-yard pass. Tackle them, let's flip the fight, second down or third down. But those 8-yard catches that go for 80, we can't, and we won't be able to survive. And it's detrimental. And then especially, we just had to clean up. We made some stupid mistakes in our fundamentals. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this, that, but we just got all around. I thought all 4 phases, especially, we got to find ways to improve. So, again, offensively, ball security, defense, no explosive plays, and then special, let's clean up some of our basic fundamentals. But that's kind of what I'm addressing now, along with the starting pass.
Evan?
Kind of going off of that, I mean, the last, 4 times you guys played them, they've always been able to UCF has always been able to kind of, find those big plays. So does it help with your experience to be like, hey, we got to watch for that? Or are you trying to like, is there anything going on differently to make sure, hey, you guys can limit them, to make sure you limit them from getting the big play?
Yeah, but I think it's a twofold deal, right? One, obviously, I've been fortunate or unfortunate, however you want to look at it, to be a part of this series for 5 years. And obviously, I spent 2 years of my career down there. So the game they all mean a lot to me. But we know what their offense is. And we've seen those big plays, right? We've seen those games go down to the wire when they were offensive shootouts. And like I said, I don't care if we win the game 3-2 as long as we come out with a W. So I think our defense knows what this offense is capable of, right? Whenever people talk about UCF, they're talking about their offense. And then me as an offensive coach, I know how potent their defense is, right? With takeaways and they got some amazing players on that side of the ball as well. And then, I'll sit down with Coach McIntyre this weekend and kind of look at our game plan and say, okay, is this one that's going to eliminate explosives? Are we going to be able to, how are we attacking them? Are we going to blitz the heck out of them? Are we going to play drop 8? And so, to kind of address it and see what's the best fit for us and our personnel.
And kind of as a follow-up to, I know you mentioned you guys were talking about, you mentioned how you're starting with tempo to start practice. Does that little tweak kind of just help mentally as far as just, hey, put something in your guys' brains like, all right, we'll do it this way. And do you see how that kind of helps a little bit?
I think so. And, it's with us practicing in the morning, I think sometimes it's like, okay, here we go. Their mind's got to get ready. You can't come from a meeting to a walkthrough and just, after a stretch, okay, let's ooze into practice. It's like, I got to get my mind right. I know I got, fly around and do things at a high tempo or I got a chance to get popped. And so I think that does help their mindset a little bit, Evan, just knowing, hey, we're going right into the fire immediately once practice starts.
Devin?
Coach, what's good, man?
Devin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. For your guys, when they see UCF, they've only beaten them one time in 13. It's only beaten them one time in 14 tries. For your guys on your team, maybe they've only beaten them once in the past 3 years. What is the motivation kind of message for you to the guys when they're facing a team like UCF?
Well, I think again it's another divisional opponent, right? Conference opponent. So we know, and we've had these conversations for the last few months with you guys. It's like we know how good our conference is, right? So it's another one, and I think a lot of us do have our chip on our shoulder because of what's occurred with those games in the past, and we owe them one. And but it's going to be a battle. I mean, we know that, and so again, I'm not going to try to rev our guys up. Hey, we're trying to run around like our hair's on fire 10 days out because come game time that's like this. So we've got to build that momentum, knowing. Whatever motivating factor it is. But I think our guys will be pretty self-motivated. We weren't happy with our performance last Saturday, and we know we got a lot to get corrected. So, it's that. Look, they're a wonderful opponent, but like I keep saying, not to sound like coach speak, but so much is going to just start with our own self-execution.
Evan again?
Last one for me, Ryan. we've seen Obinna kind of, talk more on social media, sharing his faith. And obviously he spoke at the Unity Walk. Just as someone who has such a close relationship with him, what have you seen from him or how proud are you of him and even some of your other guys just stepping up since the summer, speaking up more and just kind of finding their voice as they continue to develop on the field as well?
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of our entire program, right? I think we made a statement a few months ago by being, like I've told you guys in the past, being one of the first programs, or the first program to come out and say certain things and stand up against social injustice. And when it was, not everybody doing it. But Obinna's a young man, as you guys know, I have a special relationship with. I've known him for a long time now. We constantly have conversations. In fact, last night at 11 o'clock at night, I was trying to go to sleep and him and I were just texting, and he's asking me how my parents are. And, my parents are in their 70s. And, I've got one of my players asking me how my parents are doing, which is unique, right? And then I see him in the morning, hey, Coach, how'd you sleep? He's a special young man. I'm proud of him, right? Not only his development on the field, but his growth and maturity as a young man and understanding that he has a voice, he has a platform to use and to make a difference in this world. And I think, I can't wait 20 years from now to see the difference he's made. I'm not talking about football, but in our world. And I know he's going to be a difference maker. And if I can sit back and say, man, maybe I had 0.5% impact on this young man's life to make him a better person and the world he's doing, I'll be so proud. And I know he's going to continue to do great things off the field.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.